Hey guys, it's Nick the Booksmith. Welcome back to my channel. I have a few journals for you guys to see today to share, and a couple of updates I wanted to give you real quickly too. So let me do the updates real quick. For those of you that have been doing the Booksmith Build Planner on Flickr, on my Flickr page, there is a link down below. There will be a cutout calendar page so that you can make a bill organizer for next year. So that is up for you to print out. And then also for those of you that like to use the Booksmith Planner Kit from my Etsy store, I have updated that kit so everybody that buys it now at Etsy, there is the 2019 at a glance calendar on the page where the 2018 one was before. And those of you who have already purchased the planner kit, you can just run over to Flickr, again, description box down below, and that ledger page with the 2019 at a glance calendar is there for you to download and print out so that you can use your papers to make another planner for next year if you want. Okay, ta-da! Okay, that was it. Exciting. Okay, I have three, like I said, three journals to show you today. They're all approximately the same size. I think this one is like a titch wider, like half an inch, maybe not even that much. Might not even be half an inch. But they all have the same amount of pages, same spine width, and that kind of thing. So let me just start here. So this one, as you can see, is full of just grungy goodness. It has ink splotches and weathered drips and stains, and it's just great, right? It's just great. I have left this one plain Jane, this weathered kind of a burgundy color, but I will send along with this book a book plate in case somebody wants to put a book plate on the front cover. I'm not going to do it because I'm not sure that the next person that has it will want that. So I'm just going to send it along with it, and if you want it, put it on, and if you don't put it on something else. So I've been making this aged book cloth, and I trying my best to mimic really what a book would look like if you took it off of a shelf where it has sat for the last 90 years, right? So that's what this looks like. You can put it on a shelf and nobody will be the wiser unless they're snoopy, a sneaky peeky. They're a sneaky peeky, they're going to pick up your journal. And every single one of these journals has some of my hand marbled paper, and it's the originals. These aren't prints, these are the original papers on the inside as the end pages. This one is this cloudy blue one with the gold, if you can see the gold over veining, over marbling on top. And they're going to be pretty much similar. Do you like all my little hand thingies here? Maybe I should get out Dex. He's better. He's not quite so flighty. Okay, so there's going to be some sewing, some pockets. This one actually has pieces of hand marbled paper in it too. They're going to be similar types of pages as far as just the randomness. This is actually some end sheets from another book, a vintage book. All the pages, of course, have been dyed. There's a piece of paper, marbled paper there. There's some stamping and some ledgers. Of course, there is some Edith Holden and a little bit of stamping there as well. Some more marbled paper, and these are These are real pieces. I've just like sliced them up and sewn them on. Just so that when you go through your book and you're writing stuff down, you have interesting things to come across and to, you know, spark your creativity. Do you remember this? I made this in the TN's Folios and Notebooks Oh My video about, you know, a few weeks ago, several weeks ago. So I decided to put it in here as a little folio in the middle. So that got popped in this one. And there's some sewing there on that page. Gorgeous, gorgeous book pages. Love it, love it, love it. Here is some of my marbled text pages. This is one of the actual pages that I've put in here. This one is a print. I printed it on parchment paper. There's some stamping. You know, one of the Edith Holden pages. I love this page. And on this side of it, I sewed on a scrap of marbled paper. And then here is the back with a little Ex Libris book plate in the back. So here is this beautiful grungy lady. This one is made to look like the day book, and it has a black spine, and there is the back. And this one has this marbled paper in it, and this one too has a gold over marbling on it. It's really hard to catch in the light, but it's super pretty, super pretty. This one too has some pieces of I can't even talk today. Marbled paper. I will enunciate. Sewn on the edge of these pages. I got some of my little number cutouts glued in here and there. This is one of the prints as well on some parchment. Scrap sewn onto this ledger page. So as you can see, even though the pages are different, there's a little quote there, it's a very similar feel throughout the book. Here's, this is a print. As you can see, it's printed on parchment again. This is one of the ones from the kit. This one has a side pocket. There's a little tab down here, a little label tab. A little Western Telegram graphic. And some sewing and a quote and some stamping. And some marbled paper on some backing with some craft paper and some sewing and a little number code. There's some digital stamping there. There's another one of the prints from the kit. I love this quote. It was on this this page that I got from a gorgeous store downtown called Essentials, and it's a big, huge notepad, and I'm almost out of it. But on every page, there's a quote down at the bottom, and I just sewed around this one and left it as a spread so somebody could, you know, decorate around it and use that if they wanted to. It's just a neat quote. Here is a piece of actual hand marbled paper that I have sandwiched in here in this signature. Another little tab there. A little bit of sheet music, some stamping, and some sewing around my little label down here. And another little book plate in the back of this one. So here is this day book. And then we have this little lady, and this is a field notes book. And this one is pretty super grungy. So you see the hand marble paper on the front, but if you look closely, you'll be able to see that I embossed a copper, there it goes, a copper fern over the top of that. And then down at the bottom is a little field notes label. And this one I really grunged up. So there's lots of drips and stains. And if you look up here, it looks like there was tape, taped on here. So there's like tape residue and little drip residue. I really tried to, let's make this look grungy, super grunge. But I love this paper. It really makes me happy. I'm glad I scanned it before I used it. So inside of this one is this marble paper, and it is in this gorgeous wave pattern with blues and teals and greens. And in this one, the Ex Libris is up front. So again, some pieces of the marble paper and some little print number code printouts, and some of the prints from the kit. I put the little washi tape here. This one will have some little specimen labels throughout it. This one was made more like a little, like the field notes. So I tried to make it kind of look like, somebody was starting to collect little specimen plates and things like that through here. Some book pages. Here's a little label. This is one of the things I got today in my Happy Mail, was this beautiful tab punch. Oh, thank you, Kyla. Thank you, Kyla. It's so great. I got the best Happy Mail today. So Kyla sent me this gorgeous, it's great. And then Kim sent me this box full of linens and doilies and library pockets with cards. Just gotta relax. And then also she sent me this package inside of old keys. I'm smitten. I still haven't gone through everything because I needed to film before it got too dark. So I've been inspired. There'll be some things coming up soon, but I was able to punch out a little tab out of a book page to put in here real quickly before I, So I'll go back to the to the subject at hand. Sorry. So here is a little fern, like a scientific illustration with its Latin name made into just like a little sewn pocket there. I haven't put a lot of, doodads in through the whole thing. I really like to leave not really a blank canvas, because I don't think I know how to do a blank canvas, but maybe a lightly painted canvas for the next person to really be able to, fill up the space however they feel they need to fill up the space, and not how I think I need to fill up the space. I want you guys to write and journal and save memories, and so I wanted to leave room for that while still having some interesting things to look at. There's a little pocket with a ledger envelope on the inside. So I just wanted to leave room for that kind of thing. So here's another printout from the kit, also printed on the parchment. And here's the other side. This is a little side pocket, and it's got some sewing and some little specimen labels, and then a little leather, a little tab that has a little number and brads, and so it's a nice little pocket. And some book pages. This is from a 1950s, like a textbook. Now this is super cool. So this came in a package of things to me, and I have been saving it, and I don't know why. It's like it just never, I don't know, it's just, the book just wasn't right. Well, this one, this is where it needed to go. So this was the little sleeve that went around these envelopes. And so I turned it into a little, well, a big pocket. And it's all sewn around the top and the bottom, but it's a nice big pocket. But this is the actual sleeve. I don't know, I thought it was the coolest thing. So here's another scrap of that paper sewn on. And here is a book page. Here is a little accounting page, and I put some twine and a little garment pin up here, and some washi down here. Graph paper. And there's another book page and some notebook paper. A little bit of map sewn on there and another little field label. I love how the transfer came out on this paper where you can see the holes from the other paper. I think it looks cool. And there's my little label, and then here is the back. And in this one, I decided to put a pocket in the back, and it's all sewn. And Christine sent me this. Thank you, Christine. And it is a French little postcard. And then I made these little tags, and I think I'm going to be doing like an ephemera kit, a digital kit for like an expedition, like an old-fashioned, you know, Dr. Livingston, I presume, you know, headhunters and neat things. But this is the field tag from the British Museum, and they found it was papyrus root, and it was collected by the Livingston expedition, and it was registered at the museum in 1902. So I've made this little tag, and it's got a little eyelet and a little, you know, little thing. And I don't know, I just thought it was cool, so I put that back there. So here are these three. So I hope you enjoyed looking at these guys, and I hope you enjoy the grungy aged book cloth on these. And I don't know, I like it. I like it. Okay guys, it has been a rough week for me, and so I meant to do a lot more, but it just didn't happen, and I apologize for that. Maybe I will get into it later, what this week has been like, but it's just too soon. It's too soon. Just don't want to talk about it. So these are the three. I meant to have twice this many. Just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. I have started on another concept journal, and it's going to be the next chapter of the Serafina story, and it's going to be a big book. It's going to be, you know, a hefty gal. So I've already started on that one, and I've already also started making some more of the grungy book cloth for the next set of journals. So sexy book cloth. All right, guys. I hope you are having a great weekend, and I will put in the description box below when these will be put up for sale at the Etsy store, probably tomorrow night. And I will see you guys probably Monday with another video and another, you know, chapter episode of the Booksmith Chronicles. So I will see you guys really, really soon in the next video. Bye, guys.